Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to the Tomb of the Spider Queen. Today we're gonna be playing a game with the one and only the champion of the Horde. It's going to be none other than Rexxar. Rexxar is the latest hero that got introduced literally a couple of hours ago, and I've played a game with him so far, and he is actually really difficult. So what I'm gonna be building him like in this game, I think is gonna be based around auto attacks and like defensive play in general, just because I actually found myself dying a little bit more often than I'm supposed to. Now, some of you may be aware of the fact that I played a lot of World of Warcraft back in the day, and I was always a Beast Mastery hunter, even though, you know, I was forced to play marksmanship in Wrath of the Lich King for a very long time, because it was simply superior spec. I loved the idea of having a pet and just, you know, finding the exotic pets and getting all kinds of difficult to gather things that only hunters could do, and basically that's exactly what this guy is like. He is a ranged warrior, which is a little bit interesting, but as you can see, I got Misha with me, and Misha is the boar. And basically, he actually kind of looks like a bear. I mean, yes, boar, bear, same thing. Actually, no, we got an ultimate that's all about bears. Gotta be a little careful here. So basically how this hero works is you are relatively tanky, and I can somewhat control this dude that I got with me, but not really. I basically have to only say whether or not I want him to attack, or whether or not I want him to be close to me, and that's basically what I've been going for the most part. So I'm gonna call him back right now, which is what I do with my D ability. Now, in general, this is the most difficult part of playing this hero I found so far. Like, you need to make sure that your pet is with you at all times, because he is like a massive chunk of damage, but he's pretty difficult to control because he doesn't really listen very well. I can only like tell him to come back, or I can tell him to leave me alone, and that's basically it. So right now, for example, he is locked to me, and now I've unleashed him once again, clicking the D ability. Now, my abilities are pretty interesting. I first off have, hold on, let me come back here. I first off have a heal for the boar, for Misha, on my E ability, and that is a relatively low, relatively low mana cost ability, and it's also pretty powerful in general. I think I'm gonna have to back. I'm gonna have to back here because I'm too worried. But basically, I can activate this every 10 seconds to be healing up my trusty little pet right here. Then I got the W ability, which is basically a skill shot for my pet. So wherever my pet is located, I can be activating this, and it will dash forward, and it stuns targets that are hit. And then I got the Q ability, which is basically a skill shot from Rexxar himself. Which is interesting as well, because it slows down enemies and stuff, and it can be very powerful. But for the most part, it's all about like staying alive right now, and that's what I've been focusing on, and what I'm gonna be focusing on in this game. Now, I did notice that for a warrior, the damage is pretty insane, actually. The damage is pretty good. I am a warrior, so that technically would mean that I'm a tank, but I don't think I'm really much of a tank at all. For the most part, you don't really want to play this guy as a tank. You want to be trying to get damage done. And you're more of like a bruiser, you know? You're sort of like a Diablo, it feels like, where you can be tanky, but not really. I'm gonna be going here with Hungry Bear, so that basically means that she will be healing up whenever she attacks. And that's Misha, obviously. I'm just gonna try and use whatever abilities I got. And by the way, this is the first hero in the game that's actually a ranged warrior. It's pretty cool. So thus far, you can see I am basically using all of my abilities as often as I can, and I'm just making sure that Misha stays very close to me. Now, pretty much all of the people that I've seen playing this guy so far basically lose their hero health very quickly. Like, it's hard to keep track of both Rexxar as well as Misha. Like, if you're not paying very close attention, you will undoubtedly lose one. And I actually find this guy significantly more difficult to play thus far than, for example, the Lost Vikings. Like, the Lost Vikings, they were difficult, but they were not super hard. Come here, Misha, come back. We gotta turn in some doubloons right, or some gems right here. So yeah, I got different skill shots, and they're all very interesting, and they all are, you know, having different uses. Okay, come back. We don't want him. Like, for example, right there, if I would have not pulled him back immediately, he would have actually undoubtedly gone down, because he would like jump into the tower. Like, the AI on the boar is, or on the bear rather, is a little bit stupid. I think we've settled that this is a bear. I mean, it doesn't really look like a boar. One of the ultimates is basically a boar, so I'm sure that this is actually a bear. Although it's an interesting looking one. Sort of like a druid, really. Anyways, I'm gonna make sure that he's attacking right now, and basically whatever target I seem to be attacking is what Misha is going to be attacking as well. And for the most part, it also seems that she does prioritize minions. Or heroes, rather, over minions. So even if I'm attacking minions, she seems to be going ahead and kill, you know, whatever she can find. So it's actually only 2 more gems for the thing I'm gonna be turning in here. So we should be able to be the first. Yep, we are definitely gonna be the first spiders. So that's very useful, giving us a nice little lead. And we're gonna hit level 7 before then. Now, as far as talents go, there doesn't seem to be a massive like damage spike burst on this hero. Like for example, you get a level 13 with Kiltas. It's more like a little bit like in general you are strong throughout the entirety of the game thus far. Anyway, I'm gonna be going for the throwing axes right here, which will increase my basic attack range. And the idea behind that is not so much because I need that extra range right now, but it's because later on I will be focusing a lot more on the basic attacks. And what happens is, ooh, so close. And what happens is I will be getting movement speed from my basic attacks and all those kind of things as well. So you can see I am moving around right there as Rexxar, but Misha is also going towards that target. So you may have noticed right there, I was picking up gems with Misha, which actually does work. The same goes for health globes and stuff. So let's say Misha is over here and I'm located over here. If I right click up there, Misha will be there faster than me. And yet we're both gonna sort of walk together. I hope that made some sort of sense. Oh god, no Loko, don't get storm bolted. Don't get storm bolted. Ooh. Oh no, no gravity lapse either. No gravity lapse either. That was way too close for my liking. I probably should have just gone back, but I do want to kind of soak some here. Anyway, looks like we're heading to the top lane. I'm a little bit low right now, not the biggest fan of walking around. I do know that Muradin is right after me. And there's actually a Rexxar on the opposing team as well. I haven't really been focusing on the team at all. I don't even know if we have a good team composition. We have an okay team composition, it looks like. Okay, gonna try and use my abilities there. Getting Rexxar closer and closer. Healing up the boar. Okay, I can try and slow her down if we are close by. The range on the bird is a little low. Okay, come back, Misha. We have no interest in dying here. Okay, making sure that she's healed up. And I think we're gonna have to leave. I think we're gonna have to leave here soon. Maybe, potentially. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back, guys. We are hitting level 10 very shortly. There's 2 heroics that we got. We got Unleash the Boars. Which is okay, but I find it very difficult to use. And because I'm by no means good right now, I'm gonna be going with the Bestial Wrath instead. Like, the Bestial Wrath basically just increases the damage that the boar does. And I think it actually heals her up or whatever. It increases the damage, so it's just a damage increase. Later on, we can upgrade it as well to make it a little more useful. Okay. Gotta deal some damage here. We are almost level 10. If we hit level 10 right now, that would be huge. Okay, here we go. Bestial Wrath, immediately activating it. Get him, boys, get him! We could also kill their Misha, by the way. Misha does die separately, and it has a 5-second cooldown. So basically what happens is, like she basically dies, and it is counted as a quarter death, sort of like a Lost Viking kill, or like a Murky kill. I'm just gonna kill this thing. I don't care, guys. She can't go over towers, by the way, so that's something to note as well. Oh, well, time to get out of here. We don't want Misha dying. So if Misha dies right here, she will be counted as a quarter death. So I'm waiting for my cooldown right there, and there we go. I can start using her again. But yeah, the AI is pretty smart in general, but it's trying to sort of outsmart the player, is what I feel like, and that's what makes it kind of difficult. Come back, Misha! Don't start fighting there. That's a bad idea, Misha. Misha, don't die. Misha, don't die. Good. Let's heal up. Good job. Good job. So far, we're doing quite well. I'm pretty impressed with me so far. Not to be dick by myself, or like to sound very cocky, but in the previous games that I've... Oh no! The previous games that I played, I was dying like non-stop, and I may have had games where I died 10 times. I may or may not be confirming that right now. I'm not gonna go in depth about this. That's an interesting activation right there on your Monk ultimate right there, but that's all fine. Maybe Monk free week or whatever. But so far, okay, so the statistics, right? We are dealing not so much damage in this game because I'm not actually focusing on damage in this talent selection so far. But you can see we are tanking a lot compared to ETC, for example. We haven't even been in that many team fights, and we have been tanking a ton. So for a warrior, we are actually pretty useful. We're actually dealing damage. We're doing a lot of siege as well, and we're tanking damage from the team. So all in all, it's hard to exactly call how this hero is gonna play out. I guess this is gonna be like a hero that will be played as like a second tank. So maybe like oh god, we gotta be careful here. Kiltas is so annoying. He got nerfed by the way a bunch today because his chain bomb doesn't spread as far anymore. But I can imagine this guy being played sort of as like a second tank. like sort of like an off tank, for example. Sort of like a hero that will be very useful in combination with an ETC or a Muradin or, you know, whatever have you. I don't think it's gonna be a primary tank though. We do have our ult available once again. Well, looks like I'm gonna have to activate it here. Oh god. Just trying to deal damage here. My range is pretty high. My auto attack speed is pretty low though. So that's something to keep in mind as well. We did lose our boar right now. Or our bear rather. Our bear is gonna respawn in 10 seconds from now. Okay, I'm gonna kill their bear. I'm gonna try at least. No, I'm not gonna be able to. Ugh. Yeah, so I didn't control my my character very well right there. So there we can see, by the way, the bear does come back right next to me. So it's not like I need to like stay close by or whatever. Like it's not like she respawns all the way from the base. She respawns right next to me, and that's now 1.25 deaths for me. Anyways, 7 more. I got the 8, so we should be able to turn in. All right. Don't notice me, boys. Don't notice me. I'm not here. I'm not here. Good. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so you can see the stun is pretty significant. Anyways, right here I'm gonna be going for the thrill of the hunt, which will give me extra movement speed whenever I do basic attacks. So right now you can see I'm actually able to kite them down pretty effectively. Oh really? You're gonna fight me? Oh god, no! Oh come on, that was lame. Why did you stop our 1v1? Why was I not looking at the minimap? That's a better question, because I was trying to control 2 characters at once. But yeah. Like, I think the skill level on this guy is significantly higher than the average one in the game. And I might very well argue that this is the most difficult hero to play in the game. I mean, I'm trying to think here what other heroes I really had trouble with picking up. And Lost Vikings actually, like Lost Vikings were difficult at first. But once you get the hang of it, it wasn't all too bad. But it seems like, because Misha is such a big like portion of your damage, it seems to me that picking up this hero right from the get-go and expecting to be good is gonna be very hard. Like, you're gonna have to play probably over 20 games to be even remotely good with her. Or with him, rather. But I think I could very well expect this guy to be both like a top damage dealer and a tank if played correctly. Anyways, we're gonna push in right here once again. I need to keep constant track, for example, of using my W ability close by where my allies, or where my bear is actually at, right? I'm not really targeting anyone in particular right now. It's kind of pointless what I'm attacking here. Looks like the Pyroblast is moving in right now, so I gotta be careful. Yeah, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back, boys. I have no reason to be staying around here, I'm afraid. Yeah. That 5 luck. I don't know exactly what luck we're talking about right here. I had a hard time keeping track of the fight because I was busy looking at Misha. But yeah, basically, like, let's say Misha wanders off into the distance for a little bit. Basically what happens is that I need to use this W ability not from the point of view of Rexxar, but from the point of view of Misha. And that's what makes it so hard. I hope that makes some sort of sense. Anyways. And on top of that, obviously, the fact that she's constantly running off into towers and stuff if not controlled properly, that doesn't really help. Okay, come back, Misha. We don't want to die here. We're waiting for Mr. Stitches here. That'd be useful. Alright, I'm gonna activate my ult. 50-second cooldown isn't all too bad. Although this is a bad position on my end. Okay. Oh, Loko. Oh, no. No, 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 no. I'm alive. I'm alive. Don't get caught by the birdie. Don't get caught by the birdie. I don't know where the birdie is, but I'm not gonna get caught by it. Good. So we're playing alright here. I mean, I got 18,000 hero damage right now, which is, it's not crazy. It's not crazy high, but actually Stitches is having a lot of damage here. He's focusing Slam, that's why. Interesting. We're tanking the most out of this team, which is funny. Well, I would love to focus Kiltas and Jaina, but honestly, I have a hard time even staying alive. And that is gonna be my primary concern in this game. I don't know exactly why we're pushing in 2v1. That's a really bad idea. What are we thinking here? Why would we do that? What's the point in this? Why were we even there? Why would we ult in right there? That was really stupid. That was a 2v5. That was by far the biggest mistake I've done so far. I saw Monk go in. I was like, oh my god, quick, Loko. Jump after the Monk. And then we died. Dying, by the way, doesn't count as a 1.25 death. It's not like Rexxar is counted as as a full death and then Misha on top of that, because Misha automatically dies when I die as well. But if Misha gets killed first and then Rexxar dies, it is counted as 1.25 deaths. So countering this hero is going to be interesting as well, because you can get some extra experience by killing the bear first, which is pretty fascinating. Like, there's a lot of subtle little things you can do with this, and on top of that, I'm sure there's going to be build orders, like builds, talent selections and whatnot, focused around dealing damage and focused around being as tanky as possible. And right now we're focused around auto attacks for the most part, really. And I can imagine that being quite useful as well. But yeah, we're relatively flimsy. I don't feel like I have a crazy amount of health for this point in the game. Although I may be mistaken with that. Well, let's just kill that then. Okay, we don't quite want to get hit here. Okay, gonna be going here with, I don't know, aspect of the hawk. Give him my extra attack speed. That means I can get extra movement speed, right? That's the goal, the dream. So Misha did end up falling there, I just realized. Don't know exactly when she died. But she'll come back, there she is. I think I may just be overestimating the amount of damage that Misha is really doing, and I'm just trying to keep her alive at all costs. It's maybe not the best approach. Maybe I should just focus on Rexxar staying alive, like, more than I should focus on Misha staying alive. But just because, like, she's the one that I spent a lot of talents in, it's pretty interesting how this is actually gonna play out in competitive and stuff. Like, you can see though, the damage right there was pretty insane. Like, we almost cleaned up that bunch of minions before even really anything happened. And that's without using my ult, like, that's without the Bestial Wrath. It's gonna be fun to play this actually in a completely, like, Bestial Wrath focused kind of style, where we put all of our talents in Misha and see how much damage she can truly do. I can also imagine that this hero is great at taking out these camps, obviously, because you can get Misha to tank everything. Like, Misha is actually the guy that's tanking the damage here, not so much me. I mean, the boar has more health than me. In total, like, we have 7,000, like, we have 6,500 health, right? Which is a pretty crazy amount, but, like, individually, we don't have all that much. I don't know exactly what's normal for this time in the game, obviously, but... Okay, let's get back in there. Okay, let's get Jaina, good. Alright. Can we go in, like, a tank, please? Oh, wait, I'm the tank. Oh, no, I'm not really the tank. I was thinking, like, one of the tanks should really come in, and then I realized that I'm a warrior. I don't think I'm really a tank. Even though I'm tanking the most damage, I don't think I'm much of a tank. Although I may be mistaken right there. So I think that one counted right there. I'm not 100% certain, but I think that one counted right there as 1.25 deaths. Just because Misha died before I did. Although I may be mistaken right there. We had him die twice. I don't think it actually happened. But either way. So far you can see 75,000 damage taken, which is a lot considering I'm not even focusing on talents that make me as tanky as possible. If you want to do that, I could probably go survival training right here. Oh no, actually hunter gatherer. Then focus on, I don't know actually. Yeah, hungry bear would still be the thing. And then we would focus on blood of the rhino, increases the man pet. Bestial rat would still be taken then. At this level we would probably go for bark skin maybe. We can also go for Feign Death actually. I tried out Feign Death really quickly in the shop. Feign Death is a talent we can pick at level 16 that I can activate. And basically what happens is that we as Rexxar lie on the ground and we then get to control Misha. It's exactly like the World of Warcraft ability. All right, now Misha, for example, is completely by her own. Misha! Misha, come back! Okay, good, thank you. All right. Go in, Misha. Misha, I've activated my ult. Where are you? There you are. Start fighting, Misha. Hit things. Oh my... Whoa! That burst right there was crazy. I drank from the fountain and then we died. This is not looking too great thus far, guys. This is not looking amazing at all. Ugh, looks like we are gonna be losing that that keep right there as well. And the core actually can be attacked very soon. Luckily we have ETC trying to turn in for no apparent reason. So we got that going for us. But I think the core is gonna end up falling right here. So all in all, very fun hero to play around with. I will be releasing a build guide once I figure out this guy a little bit more. But I want to thank you guys all for watching. I think we're gonna die right here, right? Yeah, I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile. And I will see you in the next one.